Hey, what's up, guys? Tiger Tanaka here, and I know it's been a long time, but I am back with another Duel Commander replay. Um, yeah, I've been playing a lot more lately, ever since the 20 life change came into effect. I've never stopped watching the format, but admittedly hadn't been playing. There was a lot of Pokemon in my life. But I'm back. I'm here to play in this lovely new format. I love the change. I think it's really good for the format. I think it's healthy. You see a really wide variety of decks. And this is a match against Keranos, a player from Brazil named Pel. And yeah, so we're going to get started. I made a few changes for the new 20 life format. And I chose these games to do replays on because they particularly showcase a lot of the changes I made. So I'd played several matches before and had barely seen any of the new cards, but in this particular match, a lot of them show up, and it's really cool to see them working. So I thought I would show you guys how they've been working out. And he's going to win the die roll with a 20 to my 6, and he is going to play. So Island, and this is a card I love. I'm not sure how good it is in a competitive Duel Commander metagame, but who knows? And I just love this card, so I'm glad it showed up. So on my turn, I'm going to play a Forest and a Llanowar Elf. Decent hand. You see a couple of a couple of new guys showed up. We have Wolfer Silverheart and Bloodthorn Taunter. And Wolfer is awesome because now, in 20 life, previously you had to make Atarka, you had to give her +5 power to be lethal with commander damage. It would be 22, that would end the game. Now, you only need +4 power. So all of a sudden there's a ton of viable cards that you can play to get a lethal attack. Whereas at 5, or +5 power, there's not a lot of cards that are really cost effective to do that. Berserk, obviously, being the best of those, and Xenagos, I guess, if that counts. He counts. Xenagos, he always counts. So, anyway, his second turn, he plays a Cascade Bluffs and passes. On my second turn, I'm going to fetch up a Taiga. And I'm going to cast this Bloodthorn Taunter. This is another new card. 2 mana, 1/1 haste. I've always toyed with playing this card. It's kind of been in and out of the list. It's always been on the maybe list because it's 2 mana and it's a free way to give Atarka haste. And it can also give stuff like Primetime haste. It can give Xenagos haste, I guess, if that will ever apply, but who knows. But I think it's just a neat card. And now I really want more haste effects to just get as much damage in as possible. Because a lot of times I've been winning with, I hit with Atarka once to deal 12, and then Atarka dies, and I deal with the rest with little things like this, and them fetching and doing all that sort of thing. So anyway, also on this turn I'm going to cast Tinderwall, and then I'll pass it back to him. End of turn, he is going to float a couple of mana and opt. And he's going to use the other to look at the top card of his library, paying 1 for Susang. Goes to his turn, plays Nerid Mesa. He's going to fetch a Volcanic, and he's going to pass back to me. So on my turn, I draw Generator Servant. I've got Dragon Tempest, so it's a little bit redundant, and I've got Bloodthorn Taunter, so it's a little bit redundant. But we're going to try to... We can't quite cast Atarka. We've got 6. So we're going to spend this turn hopefully being able to cast Generator Servant and then guaranteeing Atarka with extra mega haste next turn, I guess. Or I guess next turn we're just hoping to draw a land, really. Alright, I'm going to cast Generator Servant, and that gets excluded. He is not invited to this party. What a shame. He's dressed for it. So, on his turn, he's going to Reality Shift on my Tinderwall. And my original plan was to actually sack the Tinderwall, cast my Silverheart, attach it to Llanowar Elves, and then give haste to my gigantic Silverheart and swing. But this works out even better because his Reality Shift gives me a 2/2 manifest. And as long as I draw land, this is going to be a fun turn. So, hey, look at that. We drew a Misty Rainforest. Surprise, surprise. Gonna find a stomping ground. Play that untapped. We are going to pay 5 mana, cast Wolfish Silverheart. This will Soul Bond with our 2/2 Lightning Bolt. If it resolves, which it looks like it will. So now these guys are bros. Bloodthorn Taunter is going to give the 8/8 Wolfir Silverheart +4, or rather, it's going to give it haste because it's got +4 from Soulbond, since now its power is 5 or greater. And we're going to attack for 14. And our opponent is at 15. So in response, I believe he's going to Soothsay, if I'm not mistaken. Possibly trying to set up for a way to survive next turn. But it looks like he didn't find it. And that is game 1. So, 2 brand new cards at the same time. It was really sweet. I don't expect them to work together like that all the time, but hey, that was some really sweet synergy that I didn't intend that. That was just pure dumb luck, but it's cool. And it kind of shows you a little bit of the direction the deck is taking, and just all these pump spells are just really good ways to kind of finish the game. So, on to game 2. Thanks for watching, and I will see you there. Peace.